Now we will take care of the 200 frames that are left and that have been so blurry and shaky. So, of course, first of all, we have to add these 200 frames to our shot. To do that, you can go to Shot, Edit Shot, and here we can just enter that number or drag on that spinner. And because that is very slow, if you do that, you can hold down the Shift key, and if you do that, then all of these spinner wheels will now react much faster. Okay, we have to do one more thing, and that is down here. If you see that, we have a queue length of 600. And that means that although Synthesize will now process all of the 817 frames, it will only keep 600 frames in the RAM. So every time it has to process the missing 200 frames, they have to be loaded again into the shot, so you will have constant hard drive activity. So instead, let's just increase the queue length so that all of these frames will be in our memory. Of course, that will also make the memory usage much higher. So if you don't have that much RAM, you might have a problem. But there is a very cool way to fix that, and that is to go to the image preprocessor first. You can do that here. There is a button called Image Preprocessing, and if you click that, that will open up a new menu. And here are a bunch of different settings. For example, stabilization, cropping, output size, and stuff like that. But also there's the resolution panel, and here you can go to channel, and then instead of RGB you can switch to the Luma channel. And if you then click OK, Synthesize will convert all your images to black and white images, and these images will take much less memory. If you have footage with a lot of grain or very noisy footage or compression artifacts or things like that that could lead to errors in the automatic tracking, then you can go to the blur setting and then increase that. And if you click OK now, first it will tell you it will flush these frames from the cache because they have to be reprocessed. So click OK again. And now it will process all these images to a black and white image, and also they would be slightly blurred. So if you zoom in here, you can see that now this looks very blurry, and if you play that back, you have almost no noise at all. So if you have a lot of noise, that way you can get rid of that, and that will of course probably improve every automatic tracking. Now, I do have enough memory, and because of the lens distortion, I have to export these images later to our compositor. So before I forget to deblur them and to reset the RGB, I want to go to the image preprocessor now by hitting P or going to Shot Image Preparation, and then disable the blur and also use RGB instead. But if you don't have enough memory and have very noisy footage, you know, here you can change that. So click OK. Again, these will be flushed from cache. OK. And now it will load all these images from your hard drive into the RAM.